Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's your girl, Becky D, live in the morning. 5 days a week at 7 a.m. Oh gosh, got choked up as soon as I started this thing. All right, so growing up, I used to watch this movie called Hoarders. Okay, great movies. The best, not movies, great show. The best one was Extreme Hoarders. Love, love, love that one. And there was this one episode, I was actually watching with my mother, and the lady, literally, they had a counter at the bottom for how many times she used the word overwhelm in any vernacular of it. She was just like, oh, I'm overwhelmed. Oh, this is overwhelming. Oh, I've been overwhelmed. And I can't even remember the number that it got to. So then I started to pay attention to how many times I used the word overwhelm and what it meant. And I was like, dude, why is she using it so many times? Like, does she not have a better word to describe how she's feeling? Because now she is driving me up the wall. Okay. So we get there and we fast forward. So we fast forward to me now. And literally, I've had several experiences of what this lady might have been feeling. I'm like, dude, there's everything coming at me every which way. It's like having a hurricane with a snowstorm and a tornado here, and you got rain, and of course, and then you got this random like sunshine in one corner. There's just so much happening, so much coming at you that you don't know where to go. You don't know where to turn. You don't know where to start. You don't know what to do. And I was like, dude, maybe because I was younger, I didn't understand what the word overwhelmed meant, even though I'm pretty sure some younger kids nowadays are understanding what that word means. But now I feel it. I understand it. When you're being thrown all constant forms of information, you have to start to process some things, and you have to do it quickly. You have to say, hey, okay, what do I need to slow down, look at first? What do I need to analyze, right? People will try to trip you up and throw you information here and information there and do this here and do that there. And it's just all coming at you at one time. And you're like, you know what? I need to step away. I need to process. I need to analyze. And sometimes some people don't want to allow you that opportunity. They're just like, no, let me throw this over here and throw that over here. Even at work, on your job, a lot of times you'll see that happen. Your boss is like, ooh, boom, I need this completed by 5. Then it's like they forget they gave you something. It's like, oh, can you have this done by lunch for me? And you're like, dude, I was working, but you... And what do we say? Okay. When are we going to stop saying okay? Take back our mental space and our mental health. Take back our frustration levels and start controlling the situation and owning the situation again. A lot of times we give power to people who don't even need power. They should have never tasted it. They should have never had it. We have to be very careful and mindful of the ones we allow dominion over us, because after a while, they will start to take advantage. They will become snakes in the grass, and they will be ready to attack the moment you show your sign of weakness. One thing I learned about having a cat is that when they expose their soft side, it means they actually respect you and they like you and they trust you. And I was like, oh, cool. I didn't know that. You know, I was never a cat person like that growing up. I've always wanted one, but my parents was against it. Rightfully so. That's their house. And so I was like, wow, that's a lot of trust. They trust someone who all they do is feed them and make sure they have shelter and, you know, a place to go to the bathroom and stuff like that. That's a lot of trust. And of course, I'm so mean to my cat at times. I like to scare him. But still, yet he trusts me. So I was like, I hope I haven't got him to a point where now if he was to go back to being an outdoor cat, just roaming everywhere, that he wouldn't, you know, not understand the signs of a threat. Like, he's still like being in attack mode, but it just, you know, it makes me nervous because now I have stimulated him too much. And one thing that now he thinks we're just playing. So when that snake comes in the grass, he might not make it, you know? It's things like that that I have to think about. And then I was like, well, who am I allowing to do that in my life? Toy with me. Play with my emotions. Send me on an emotional roller coaster that is so overwhelming. And that when it comes time for an attack, I'm not sure what is happening. That self-reflection at the end of the day and that time for you to just step away and organize or reorganize is so important. And having someone to allow you the space in order to process and analyze what is going on is equally important. That support system will do it every single time. Sometimes you just need someone on the phone with you just listening. You don't even have to talk sometimes because your words can be heard in the silence. But that person's love and support can be felt through the phone. It can be felt if you're sitting in the same room and just having some distance, right? Sometimes you'll have that feeling when you're like, oh, I just need somebody to hold me. Or I just need somebody to talk to me. I challenge you then to be silent and to be isolated, but just have somebody in the room with you, whether on the phone, video chat, or whatever. Don't let them touch you. Don't let them talk to you. And process what is going on. If we don't properly process, how will we ever be able to fully analyze any situation or circumstance that we're going through? It's real, you guys. It's really real. There's so many people in the world today that is wishing for our downfall and try to throw all these things at us to trip us up and to get us ready for an attack. But little do they know they're making us stronger. They're making us stronger by giving us the tools and to show us their hand before we can even play our card. So what I want you to do today is when you start to feel overwhelmed, go ahead, take a step back. Hold yourself. Write if you need to. Cry if you need to. Definitely sleep. And just be there for yourself. You can have support in the room, but you need to be there for yourself and learn how to self-soothe just like a baby. How to process your thinking, process your way of life, and more importantly, prepare yourself against the enemy that is lurking in your back door. As always, you guys, my name is Becky D with Becky D in the Morning, and I will definitely be talking to you guys tomorrow morning.